Welcome to this algebra lesson on domain restrictions. Today, we are focusing specifically on square roots and understanding why negative numbers are strictly forbidden inside them. First, let's define what we mean by a domain. In algebra, the domain of a function is simply the set of all input values, usually represented by x, that you are allowed to plug into the function to get a real result. Let's look at the parts of a square root. The check mark symbol is called the radical. The expression sitting inside that symbol is called the radicand. This term, radicand, is very important for today's rule. Here is the golden rule you must memorize. The radicand must be greater than or equal to 0. In the real number system, the square root of a negative number is undefined. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 0 is 0. But the square root of -4, that does not exist as a real number. If we graph the function f of x equals the square root of x, we can see this rule in action. Notice how the graph starts at 0 and moves to the right. There is absolutely no graph to the left of the y-axis because x cannot be negative. Let's try a practice problem. We need to find the domain of the function f of x equals the square root of the quantity x minus 3. Remember our rule, whatever is inside the square root must be non-negative. To solve this, we take the radicand, which is x minus 3, and set it greater than or equal to 0. Adding 3 to both sides gives us x is greater than or equal to 3. On the number line, this looks like a solid dot at 3 with an arrow pointing to the right, towards positive infinity. Now for a slightly trickier example. Find the domain of f of x equals the square root of 5 minus x. Notice that the x has a negative sign in front of it. This will change how we solve the inequality. First, set the radicand 5 minus x greater than or equal to 0. Subtract 5 from both sides to get negative x is greater than or equal to -5. Now, we must divide by -1 to isolate x. Remember, when you divide or multiply an inequality by a negative number, you must flip the inequality sign. So, our answer becomes x is less than or equal to 5. Here is what that solution looks like visually. Because x is less than or equal to 5, our domain includes all numbers to the left of 5. It stops at 5 and goes all the way down to -infinity. To wrap up, here is your checklist for finding domains of square roots. 1. Identify the radicand. 2. Write an inequality setting that radicand greater than or equal to 0. 3. Solve for x. And 4. Never forget to flip the inequality sign if you divide by a negative number. Thank you for watching. You now have the tools to handle domain restrictions for square roots. Practice a few more on your own, and you will be a pro in no time.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.